I'm a 15, I'm a neuroscience and art history double major here at Dartmouth, and I am an aspiring physician. So I spent the summer between my freshman and sophomore year at the National Institutes of Health. I was a summer research intern in the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, and I researched cellular components of Parkinson's disease. Google. I looked for health-related internships over the summer. I knew that the National Institutes of Health had a program, and I ended up applying, and they took me. 15-minute subway commute to Bethesda, Maryland from where I was staying. Get off at Bethesda, walk over to my building at the NIH. NIH is a huge college-style complex. Get into my lab by 9 a.m. on a daily basis. Do whatever experiments needed to be done for that day, or finish up any experiments from the preceding day. Usually done by 4 o'clock at the latest, and then subway on back. So I anticipate that's what it would be like, only because I'd had research internships before, both back home in Miami before I came to Dartmouth and at Dartmouth. I had worked at Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, and I kind of knew that that's really how research jobs typically worked. So it fell in line with what I expected and what I was prepared for. I think the best thing is definitely the mentorship. You get paired with a principal investigator at the NIH, and I had this really awesome guy that had been there for eons upon eons. And he not only was really good at introducing me to the subject matter and making it easy for me to understand, but really good in terms of giving me advice for how to take my professional career and develop it. And I think that was a really great part of the NIH, in that they have so many resources available to them, and they're all available to you as an intern, which is really great because a lot of institutions don't do that for interns. So I really liked how I was able to really take advantage of the mentorship and all the resources that the NIH had to offer. So I think there's definitely something to be said for the physical lab techniques that I learned when I was there. Those are always good. It's like, teaching your dog a new trick, essentially. So it's one more thing I can say that I know how to do, and that's going to open up job opportunities for me in the future in terms of, I have experience with this particular lab technique. I also gained a lot of experience in terms of planning out a research project in a short time period, because it was still a one-term project. And in the past at Dartmouth, my projects had been like a 2-term project. So this was really good in terms of setting up an experiment that I knew I could get done in a short time period, executing myself, taking ownership of the project, and then having this idea come to life. Be persistent would be the first one that I say. The NIH program is very interesting that you get accepted, you apply, and then you have to find a lab, and you find a lab by physically contacting the investigators. So you're going to get rejected a bunch of times. Half the people won't even reply to you to begin with. And so the biggest thing is, be persistent, because there is something out there for you. You just have to go out and find it. And then the second thing I would say is take advantage of the resources that are offered to you at Dartmouth. You have so many opportunities at Dartmouth to get ahead of the curve, to develop skills that other people don't have. And you're bombarded with these opportunities on a daily basis, and you need to seize these opportunities if you really want to be able to ease that persistence process that can really be demoralizing with constant rejection, just no replies, and that can be really frustrating. So the main thing is to just really soldier on.